Hi guys, this is the second video in my scrapbook series, making a scrapbook for my boyfriend. The first one, I pretty much showed you guys everything I bought to get started on my scrapbook, and then this one is going to be walking you guys through my organization and planning for my scrapbook because I'm a very organized person. I'm a Virgo. I have to have an in-depth plan before I jump into anything, so I have been taking my time to really plan out how I want to organize it and everything like that because it has to be perfect for me, and I don't want to get started on it until I definitely know like a set plan. So the website I'm using is called Notion. If you've never heard of it, I definitely recommend you check it out. It's really easy to navigate. It's super organized. You can add a million different things. Like, it's a great website, and it's basically like an online notebook. And there's also an app, so I'm connected on my computer and my phone, which is super helpful. So this is just what my page looks like. It just says scrapbook planning, and then I added headings for each like section and broad category, and I'm going to be running you guys through my ideas and plans, and I'm gonna try and keep it like pretty broad and general so it's applicable to as many people as possible. So first thing I planned was the cover. I actually have my scrapbook here. I can show you guys. This is my scrapbook. So there obviously will be a picture, and I just added a note on here to remind myself I'm going to wait to add this picture until closer to when I give it to him, just because we're gonna take a million pictures between now and then, and there might be a better one that I want to put there. I took a lot of time to decide what I wanted to put on the cover, like what words, and ultimately I decided that personally I like the clean look of just both of our names. So I'm going to order on Etsy probably like name decals that just say Alec and Brooke, probably like a plus sign for the and then I also have, I showed you guys this in the first video of this series, this sticker I have that is going on the cover. So that's my cover. And then my next category is inside cover. So right when you open it on the inside cover, I'm going to write "Thank you for the happiest year of my life," and then add a Spotify code to the song "Happiest Year" by James Young. And then I'm also going to glue an envelope on it and have a ribbon tied around it to keep it closed. So you'll untie the ribbon, open the envelope, and inside will be a letter, and I'll write that letter pretty much right before I give him this because I'll write it about making the scrapbook, whatever. Then the first page, I saw this really cute idea somebody else did where they just listed out 1 year, 12 months, weeks, days, hours, minutes, seconds. I just liked the way it looked. I thought it was super cute and aesthetic. And then at the bottom I'll just write like "with you" or "of us" or something cute like that. Okay, so my next category is where it all began. And then I wrote pretty much a rundown to organize my thoughts of like what I want to put there. So I'll give you guys like an example. Pretty much me and my boyfriend met on Tinder, so I'm gonna print out like the Tinder app logo, write something cute about that. Then from there we added each other on Snapchat, so I'll add a little Snapchat thing. Then we started FaceTiming and texting a little bit, so I'll go into that. We did a lot of getting to know each other on FaceTime before we actually met, so I'll do a little get to know you thing. I saw this really cute idea where people did like 2 squares with each person's name on them, and then you flip it up and there's like favorite food or something, and you flip it up and there's a few different favorites for each person. I just thought it looked really cute, and it's a cute idea for like to represent the getting to know you stage, and that's very true for like what was going on in my relationship at that time. And then I was gonna say something cute about how like he literally lived 15 minutes away from me for how long, and we had no idea we were like right there all along. And then the next section is the day we met. So I'm gonna put a cute little calendar, like just a mini calendar with the month days, and then like a heart on the day we met. And then I'm gonna attach a letter and write a whole big thing about the day we met. And then for that one, I want to print out the stars on the day that we met, which was also our first kiss, so I think that's cute. We watched New Girl, so I'm gonna print out a picture of New Girl logo or something like that. And then there's a park near us that shortly after we went to this park together, and we weren't dating yet, we weren't even like officially talking yet at that point, but it was pretty much a date. It was so cute and sweet, and that park ended up becoming like a pretty big part of our relationship and like big deal to us, so I have a little thing about that. There were 2 days where he dropped off coffee to my house for me, which was so sweet. I'll do a little thing about that, print out pictures of like Duncan or something like that. I'm gonna include the day he asked me to be exclusive with like us talking, and some of the cute things he was saying to me at that time and everything like that. And then my next category is the day we started dating. I'm gonna do the coordinates of our first date because we went on our first like official date as boyfriend and girlfriend on the first day we started dating. And there was this game we played in the car together while we were waiting to be like seated at a table. So I'm gonna print out a picture of the app icon, print out a picture of the like logo of the restaurant we ate at, and then there's a few little inside jokes that go along with that date. And then I'll do a little section on the first time we both said I love you. And then he plays soccer, and his soccer team would do like very small like parties every Friday that we would go to, and we have a lot of pictures from each time we went, like just like selfies that we took, and there's a bunch of like funny stuff I have to write from things that happened at those like parties. So I'll have a little section starting with like our first party together, and pictures and little jokes about that. And then shortly after was Halloween. I'll write a little thing about Halloween. And then after that, and my whole thing's pretty much organized as a timeline. So right here, I started categorizing it by dates mostly, just for my own organization for me to see, but I won't be like writing the date as the category in the scrapbook. Next was November 1st, my first time going to his soccer game, and I'll write a cute little thing about that. And then November 4th, I fell, and it was super embarrassing but super funny. I literally have a scar, like we both will never forget this. I'll do a whole like thing about that because he like took care of me, and I literally like was falling in love with him when he was taking care of me after that because it was like the sweetest thing in the world. And then I do have some like filler categories in between the timeline just so it's not so like boring. And one of those I have right here is parties, which I was telling you guys about those parties we went to. I'll just insert like any extra pictures from the parties and all the funny stories and memories we have from those. November 8th, we took a day trip to the beach, just me, him, and my dad. We had just started dating. He had met my dad like once. It was kind of awkward. It was a terrible beach day. Like it was cold, chilly. The beach looked ugly. It was cloudy. And it's just kind of like a funny story because it was like weird. Another filler category is naps. I have a million pictures of us like taking naps together, and it's so cute. I have a whole idea about this. One time I texted him for a TikTok asking him what animal I reminded him of, and he said a koala. I'm gonna pull up those texts, screenshot them, and print them here too. And he said that I was a koala because I was so like snuggly or something like that. So I'm gonna print out a picture of a koala and those texts, and then a bunch of pictures of us napping. And then I'm gonna write a cute little note about like how I love cuddling with him and everything like that. And then for that one, I'm gonna do a Spotify code for Die in Your Arms by Justin Bieber. Another filler one I have is this really cute idea I saw in a TikTok where you each do your thumbprint and then you make a thumbprint heart together of both of your thumbprints. And I think they wrote something cute, like each of their names under their thumb, and it was like Alec plus Brooke equals forever or love or something cute like that. And that way he can contribute to the scrapbook too a little bit. And then we took a trip to DC after all that, like following the order. We took a trip to DC, and it was my first time like really seeing DC, and he just showed me around. It was like literally one of my favorite trips ever. I'll never forget it. It was my first time meeting his parents and seeing his house, and like it was just so fun. I have a whole big thing I'll write about that. Then it was Thanksgiving. Since he lives in another state, we didn't get to spend Thanksgiving together, so it was our first time like being apart for like any period of time really. And I'll just do a little thing about that. And then another filler section is our fur babies, my cat and dog. I have 2 cats and a dog, but like the one is more mine, even though they're both technically mine. The one is my baby that I just got like last year. And then he has a dog. So I'm just gonna put any pictures that I have of him with his dog, me with his dog, and then him with my pets. I just think it'll be cute. And then next is like winter section, and I'm gonna do a Spotify code for the song Sweater Weather because we listen to that all the time in the winter, and like it's this perfect fit for the winter. Christmas was our first time like actually being long distance because he went home, and then the day after Christmas I went to Vegas, and it was like really weird and really hard for us. And then I came home on New Year's Eve, and I got home pretty late, and then I just like went right to his apartment and we exchanged Christmas gifts, and it was like so amazing. I'll never forget. Like, oh my god, it was like the best thing ever. It was so sweet and like so lovey, and we were both just so happy. And then we watched the ball drop, and it was just the 2 of us in his apartment. Like, we watched the ball drop and had New Year's together, and it was just like, it was so sweet, like so calm, chill, sweet, laid back. Like, and then I'll add pictures of the presents because I took a picture of all the presents he gave me because I was like blown away. It was so sweet. Like, it was just one of my favorite nights. Another filler section is snow days. I think I have a few pictures and videos that I can take screenshots from our snow days together and just do something cute about that. And then this category I just called watch list, but I'll just do like some of our shows that we watched together. We watched a ton of shows and movies together, so I'm just gonna pick a few, and we'll watch more, so I'll just pick a few for this one. And then we went to the movies together when he visited me last time we were here, so maybe I'll put those movie theater tickets in this section, or I don't know, maybe I'll do that as part of the timeline, like when I write about when he visited me here, I'll put it there. I don't know yet. Another category I have is food, and I'll just write like all of our like favorite food places and all the like dates, parking lot dates we had going to food places and stuff like that, and any funny stories I have. And then I have a category for the park that I mentioned earlier that our like first, like low-key our first date was at, and all the times we went there, any pictures I have that we took when we were there and anything like that, and write a little thing about that. Next, Valentine's Day, any pictures I have from Valentine's Day. And then I also have this box that I gave to him on Valentine's Day as part of his present. It was literally from the dollar store, and he didn't have anything to use it for, so he gave it back to me. I also don't really have anything to use it for, so I was thinking I might cut off this part and use it. Maybe I'll use all of it throughout the scrapbook, just to put it to good use, and I think it'll be cute and sweet and sentimental. And then I actually had a TikTok I posted of making his Valentine's Day present that like was my first viral TikTok, so I was thinking maybe I'll like screenshot that and put that in there. Next section is our bucket list. From the first day we started, like 2 days after we started Snapchatting, he sent me 2 places that he wanted to go together to, which is so funny and so sweet. So I'll just do a bunch of the places that we decided we wanted to go together, and places maybe that we've gone together or something like that. Another category I'm gonna do is just called Facts About Bay, and I'll just like decorate it all cute, and like I have a few ideas that I can't really explain as well as showing you, so I will show you guys when in the videos as I make it. My hand, wow, I talk with my hands aggressively. Another section is things I love about you. He actually doesn't know this, but I have a notes page that I've been keeping from like pretty much day one of things he did that like either gave me butterflies or just like things that stood out to me and like reasons I love him, kind of like just little things like when he does this, like types of things, you know what I mean? So I'll do a few from there because like this list is so long. And then following the timeline would be his birthday. I'll do a very small thing for his birthday because he didn't want to do anything for his birthday, but like I gave him presents, so I don't know, I'll figure something out for that section. And then next would be kind of like where we're at now, which is summer. He moved home in May. I'll do a little bit of like us struggling with like long distance and everything like that, and then a little section for the first time he visited after leaving, which he was only here for a night because he was moving out, so that one will be small. And then his second visit, which was a few weeks ago when he visited, and we had like the most amazing weekend ever. We went to the movies. I'll do a whole big thing about that. And then 4th of July weekend he's coming back, so I'll be able to do a section about that. And obviously that's kind of where my planning has to stop because that's where we're in the timeline now. I can't just like keep adding when time isn't there yet. But hold on, I do have a few more like filler things or whatnot that I can tell you guys. So some filler pages or just filler things to do throughout is I'm gonna do cute romantic quotes from The Office because that's his favorite show. So I wrote down a few that I liked. This one I love: when you're a kid, you assume your parents are soulmates. My kids are gonna be right about that. You are everything. I'm in love with you. And then his favorite movie is Ready Player One. There's also a book. I just did quotes that I found. I don't know if they're from the movie or the book, but same thing. They're a bit longer, so I won't review them. My favorite show is New Girl, so I did, obviously if you watch that, you know that there's a million like really romantic quotes in that show. I did a few of my favorites. Another filler idea for something in there is going to be a Connect 4 board thingy with hearts and say you won my heart, because I saw somebody did that with tic-tac-toe, but Connect 4 is kind of like an inside joke of ours because he always beats me in it, and I think I'm doing so good and I'm like, I'm gonna win this for sure, and then he beats me, like I'm so bad at it. And then I have some other random quotes that I either found on Pinterest and took a picture of that I'm gonna print out and put throughout, or just quotes that I liked that I'll write in, like home is wherever I'm with you. I love my eyes when you look into them. I love my name when you say it. I love my heart when you touch it. I love my life when you are in it. I think that's like the sweetest thing in the world. And then just two more that I found so far. Obviously I'm going to be adding to all of this. It just says you are my good days. And then the other one is I fell in love with you because of a million tiny things you never knew you were doing. So this video is so super long. I'm sorry, but I hope it did help you and give you guys an idea if you were having a hard time planning and organizing and everything. I really recommend just writing out a bunch of ideas you want to do and then rewriting them in order over and over and over again until you have it set, because I can't tell you how many times I rewrote this and I'm going to continue to rewrite it. And I started by writing it on paper in a little notebook, but I changed to using Notion because then I can go back and add things above other things, whereas when you write it out, you can't move stuff, you know what I mean? But I hope this was helpful. Sorry it's so long. Sorry I was talking so fast. I hope it helped. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe. My Amazon shop is linked in the description, and there's a scrapbooking section, so anything you guys need, you can check it out there. And my haul is pretty much the video before this with everything I bought to get started. And make sure you keep watching out for the videos I'm going to be posting with this series, which is the process of making it. Bye!